Friends, this is RK Singh. I have spent about 8 years in the Ministry of Defense and 7 years in the Ministry of Home Affairs. And I know what border management is. I read a news item today in the Times of India which gives me worry and should worry all the citizens of our country. It appears that we have abandoned a patrolling point called Shera 5 in Taxing in Arunachal. And the Chinese have established a permanent presence there. I'll tell you what this means. The Chinese and us have a dispute about the borders. And that dispute has been carrying on ever since the Chinese occupied Aksai Chin. The 62 war was about that. The Chinese do not accept the McMahon line as a border. They also are not willing together demarcate the line of actual control because they have huge claims into our territory, including the entire Arunachal Pradesh. Now, because of this totally differing perceptions about where the border is and where the line of actual control is, we carry out patrolling. Our patrols go up to points along our perceived line of actual control, and Chinese patrols come up to patrolling points along their perceived line of actual control. This patrolling is a marker. It shows that this is where our claim line lies, so that when the negotiations do happen, that claim line, our perception of the claim line is very clear. That's why patrolling up to these points is essential, so that our claim line is specifically communicated to the other side. And that is why the Chinese also patrol up to points along their claim line. Now, when you abandon a patrolling point along to your claim line, and the Chinese occupy it, that means you have given up your claim. Now, one patrolling point where we have given up our claim has been reported in the newspapers today. I want to know, and the nation wants to know, as to how many other patrolling points has the government given up since 2014? Is this the only patrolling point which the government has given up and the Chinese have occupied? Or are there other patrolling points which were given up by this government? Patrolling points which were being patrolled, where our patrols used to go before 2014? The government needs to answer this, because this concerns the whole country. And this also gives a message about how pusillanimous, I will call it, this government is. That it can't stand up for even its claims, even the claim of the country. Let the government come clean on this issue. And let the government come clean on how many patrolling points they have abandoned since 2014. This is a question which the nation is asking. And the defense minister needs to answer, the prime minister needs to answer. Because giving up a claim on any point is not possible without the approval of the prime minister. So we want to know, and this country wants to know. Thank you.